I am Jabari Moreau. Make sure you check out Moreau Sports Media. We've got plenty of features, plenty of news stories daily from your favorite WNBA athletes. We posted blogs today about the WNBA GM survey. We also talked about how Caitlin Clark is the blueprint for a franchise to win. And we've got a story about JJ Quinerly making this Dallas roster team. To start, Wings practice was buzzing. A lot of the players did not want to leave the court. There was a lot of anticipation, a lot of energy. Arike Ogunbowale, DiJonai Carrington, NaLyssa Smith, and Ty Harris were all engaged in a fierce shooting competition amongst each other. And it even got to the point where DiJonai was hitting splits on the court. And it was just fun to watch. With that being said, check us out on Substack, Twitter, YouTube, X, most social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Threads. We're all on it. Make sure you sub to the YouTube as well. Mash that subscribe button up. But today, speaking of JJ Quinerly, she is our lead of conversation as the Dallas Wings getting ready to walk into their opening game against the Minnesota Lynx. Quinerly made the official team for the Dallas Wings. So the rosters were finalized. The Wings roster was set right here. And Quinerly, who was a third-round pick, she is the second third-round pick this year to make a WNBA roster. This is extremely rare, and shout out to Quinerly for making this team, because this is an accomplishment in itself, especially coming from where she was placed at in the draft. Quinerly spoke about the fact that she made this team right here. JJ, can you talk about the work and the heart? Like, how do you feel right now knowing that you're on this roster and you're ready to prepare for your first WNBA game?
I just feel, I would say, not surprised, but excited and ready to work and learn. I think I kind of knew for myself that I was able to make it to this level of play, and I think I proved that. So, yeah.
What are the emotions for you heading into tomorrow's season opener, home opener in front of a sold-out crowd?
I always tell myself it's just basketball. I've been playing it all my life, so of course I'm excited, ready to get out there and play against some skillful girls. So excited to just go out there and do what I can do.
Congrats on making the team. What are your takeaways from the whole team coming to this season?
That we're shooting the we definitely gonna have that desire on defense this year. Of course, our offense, we got players and all these players out here that can very versatile and interchangeable. So it's definitely gonna be pretty fun to watch. But I mean, there's the two great players, and I grew up with Aziaha, so I already kind of know what she is and how she plays. But seeing Paige actually like that person, I feel like it's good. Definitely she was in
What stands out about her in person versus just knowing her like from the time?
she's very social, cool. Like, even though she may be, I wouldn't say uptight, but just with all the media and stuff around her. She's a cool person.
Now that you're officially on the opening day roster, what do you envision your role being on this team?
Playing defense, going out there handling the ball, facilitating, and I mean I can score as well too. So just doing what I do best and not trying to do extra.
What are some things you've learned about defense so far, just spending time with veteran players and training camp?
I would say navigating screens. Like, of course, the girls are a lot bigger, so trying to figure out how to navigate screens, being as small as I am. So that's been a little learning curve, but I'm pretty feisty, pretty aggressive, so I've been doing pretty well with it.
What's something Coach Koclanes has told you that stuck with you throughout training camp?
I would say him just telling me to be me. Like, I didn't have to do nothing extra or nothing less. I just had to go out there and play with it, do the things that I knew how to do.
What do you think of some of the events that you guys were able to bond this offseason? What's a couple of those helped you guys bond?
Can you say that again?
What were some of the events that off the court that helped you guys bond as a team the most?
I would say we went to Kitchen and Cocktails. The food was great. Haven't had no good food like that in a minute. We definitely had a good time together that night. So I would say that for sure.
Coach mentioned Minnesota's speed in transition, that being one of the tougher things. How do you guys plan on combating that?
I would say just with our defense, honestly, we're going to get back. We got to talk because we got some speed as well, so I'm pretty sure we can match up when we need to. We're going to get back, flow into our defense, and congest everything.
Additionally, we caught up with Aziaha James, someone who's known JJ Quinerly since 3rd grade. And James also wasn't surprised, as she's been hooping with her since she was a young girl as well. James also spoke about the fact that they're excited and ready to play against the Minnesota Lynx. This is what she had to say about their game.
Now ahead of a season opener, home opener.
It's great vibe, exciting vibes. You know, everyone's ready to play, ready to get in the gym, under the lights, play in front of the fans. So, you know, we're very excited to play.
Does it feel good you guys have put in so much work in a short period of time? Are you just ready to go out there and showcase it?
Yeah, we're just happy, you know, we made it through training camp. You know, we're just ready to play. Ready to play our game plan.
What does it mean to you guys sell out opening night?
It feels good, you know, just to have fans, you know, come support us, playing in front of them, you know, trying to get them in. So, you know, it feels very good.
You've obviously got your first preseason action under you, but how do you think it'll be different tomorrow than like your first official WNBA game?
Yeah, like you said, it's my first official game, so it's going to be very different. It's going to be different lights for me, you know, different crowd. My parents are going to be out there, so I just came with this.
Congrats on making the roster. What do you envision your role being on this team?
You know, just being that rookie that keep the momentum up, keep them excited up, give that clap again on the bench, just being a good team to work.
And how confident were you that you were going to make this roster?
No, very confident. I just put my work into it, you know, talk to my coaches, leaning on my vets, and, you know, just putting that work into it.
What are some things you learned about JJ as a player, spending time, throughout training camp?
Well, me and JJ have been playing since we were in 3rd grade, so I know a lot about JJ, but, you know, her game has leveled so many ways. Just entering this league is going to get even better.
I'll ask you another one. What would you say your takeaways are just from the preseason?
Being more confident in my shot, more motivated, just, you know, being myself, you know, not taking away from myself. You know, I got myself to the point, you know, just keep showcasing my game and, you know, just keep going.
What are some of the main focuses the team has entering the first game and just early in the season?
You know, being aggressive, I think our defense is tremendously good, so just staying aggressive.
And lastly, we caught up with head coach Chris Koclanes, who talked about there is no need for extra motivation, as this team should be ready to play for their home opener, and the fact that they're getting ready to go against a championship team. This is what head coach Chris Koclanes had to say about the upcoming matchup against Minnesota.
The excitement level like with season openers tomorrow.
Yeah, good vibes all around, good energy. Just really excited for this group to get off and get us going. Loved our training camp. Thought we set a good foundation. Now tomorrow starts a new chapter, so I'm excited from the beginning.
What's your message to the ladies today?
Yeah, just to focus on us and on what we're trying to establish here. Like, don't get still. It's not to get too far ahead of ourselves, right? We have a lot of good things in place, and so to just focus on us, and then we found our balance with giving Minnie some attention, but ultimately still focusing on us.
I know I asked you this last practice, but now that the roster is officially finalized, just how has that been finally having that and not having to worry about?
Yeah. Excited about our group right now, right? 11 here present, 12 joining us soon, so they all earned it. Excited for those rookies too, with JJ and Aziaha especially, to earn those roster spots. But it's nice to have your group, and you can focus more on some of the lineups that'll be playing together when you're not having to manage 17, 18 people and reps and all that. You can get more work done in a more efficient manner, so it helps you as a coach that way.
You mentioned Louisa coming soon. What should fans know about her?
She's exciting. A young, stretch, extremely smart post player. So she's going to bring us some size and the ability to stretch out beyond the arc. So we're excited about what she's going to add to our already versatile roster.
Just announced that you guys sold out tomorrow. Just thinking about the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's gonna be great energy here in CBC. So excited about it all summer. It should be a fun environment, and more than anything, just pumped for our players to be able to get to experience that and then feed off of that.
The page is obviously been in the spotlight your entire life. Going against a team that you grew up kind of watching. Is there anything you need to talk to her about in terms of managing emotions?
You know, she is just extremely impressive with how she takes things day by day and just stays in the present moment. And we don't take that for granted. You know, she's intentional and she's worked so hard to be able to create a space where she can remain present and not get overwhelmed. There's going to be so many storylines throughout the year, so many sub-lines, sub-stories, and we'll help her and continue to give her the resources to help her remain in the present moment and just be able to perform at her highest.
How have you prepared the team to, I guess, hit first rather than to prepare for a counter?
Yeah, I think your home opener in front of a sold-out crowd should be all the motivation that you need. But we'll get them fired up. And again, this group is young and hungry and has something to prove. And that's not to prove other people; it's to prove to ourselves what we're capable of. So I'm excited to see the level of effort and energy that we can have tomorrow. Yeah, I think, again, it's going to be a learning process here for everybody, right? For me, for our players, just figuring out who works well together. But, 1 through 11 right now, everyone has done enough to deserve opportunities. The hard part is finding opportunities for other people with, the amount of minutes that there are. So that'll be our problem, and we'll play through it early, and hopefully we'll fall into roles and keep everyone engaged and motivated.
Minnesota is obviously a great team, but just what are some of the main things that you have to account for as an opponent from your perspective?
Yeah, they're impressive to watch. It starts with their speed and transition. I mean, their posts are relentless, running to the rim and putting pressure on the paint. Their guards are so aggressive early in transition with transition 3. So the more we can get them slowed in the half court, the better off we'll be. That being said, in the half court, they're so unselfish, right? Top of the league in assists last year. They just move the ball and they make the right play. So they really challenge you to have to guard for a full shot clock. You're going to have to guard 1, 2, 3 actions within a possession. So it'll be a good test for our defense.
NaLyssa Collier's often a player that many people consider like an MVP preseason favorite. Just what are some of the main characteristics about her that make her such a talented player?
Yeah, she's just one. I think it's that no one's going to outwork her, right? We are tomorrow, but her effort is just unmatched, right? Every time she's down the floor, she's dominating. She wants to be down the floor to get the ball. And when you play with that kind of energy, good things tend to happen for you. And then she's just so skilled around the block. She's got all sorts of counters and moves and step throughs. So she challenges you defensively to stay on your feet and stay disciplined. And then she plays both sides of the ball. And she's just a great leader and a great communicator. So, she's an MVP candidate. So we got our hands full tomorrow.
Do you have a rough timeline of when you expect NaLyssa to be able to join the team?
I don't. I'm sorry.
With that being said, that's Dallas Wings practice today. Make sure you sub to the YouTube, follow us on all social media platforms where you can find us, and we'll check back in tomorrow for the home opener against the Minnesota Lynx. Deuces, y'all.